Well, 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 happy holidays. Today we're going to take a little bit of an intermission from going through all of the Star Wars movies in light of the holiday season and cover something magnificent. As you can see from the title and thumbnail of this video, today I will be going over Star Wars The Holiday Special. And because this is such a gargantuan task, I have recruited my brother, Jackson Schrader, to help me today. Are you excited, man?
No.
Well, oh boy am I. Possibly the most controversial Star Wars movie of all time, and an even worse movie to watch this time of year. Today we will be running through as much of this movie as we can without, And if you wouldn't mind subscribing if you're new here, or if you're not, I'd love to have you around. I'm going through all the Star Wars movies like I said, and I make other fun videos sometimes. A like would also be much appreciated, and I'd love to hear what you think about this movie in the comments below. With that, let's get into it.
For the uneducated, the Star Wars Holiday Special follows primarily Chewbacca's family as they are awaiting his return from some rebel mission to come home and celebrate Life Day. The majority of this movie is just what Chewbacca's family got up to while they wait for him, and has a bunch of random, completely unrelated segments. Chewbacca's family consists of his wife, Mala, his son, Lumpy, and his father, Itchy. Not even 10 minutes into the movie, Lumpy watches some sort of freaky circus show on a hollow chess table. And then the family does a Skype call with Luke on their secret wall computer, and he blows up. The first little bit is especially hard to watch. Not that it doesn't get harder to watch, we're just getting started. But the beginning really only has Wookiee dialogue with no subtitles, so it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. We then cut to this traitor guy who makes some racist remark about Wookiees as he is trying to sell a multi-purpose razor to an Imperial officer. Side note, it has to be plugged into a laser outlet. I guess outlets weren't cool enough, so they had to add laser to it to make it more spacey. And then he gets on a Skype call with Chewbacca's wife about a rug or something. She then starts watching the cooking show.
I don't even know how to describe this portion of the movie other than by saying stir, whip, 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 stir. Intermingled throughout this movie, we get some scenes of the main cast of the Star Wars characters. Some of these scenes involve Han and Chewie and the Millennium Falcon escaping some TIE fighters. These scenes feel super out of place here because they just feel like scenes from a normal Star Wars movie for the most part. Then all of a sudden we cut back to the chaos back at Chewbacca's house. By the way, every time we cut to a new segment, it is through Chewbacca's family looking at an assortment of screens that they have spread across their home and then watching the following events unfold. It doesn't make any sense. Like, are they watching these TV programs? Are they on calls with these people? I don't understand what's going on. Also, during some of these scenes, the Empire has these kind of breaking news things, and it kind of reminds me of that funny fish guy who's like, breaking news on SpongeBob.
So eventually that one traitor guy comes to the Wookiees' home and says something racist to their faces. But he brought gifts, so who cares? Then, out of nowhere, Itchy, Chewbacca's dad, gets hooked up with some at-home VR experience. If you've heard anything about the holiday special, you are probably familiar with what kind of content Itchy consumes with said VR headset. It's pretty not safe for work, but I would say it's a pretty accurate representation of what people use VR headsets for nowadays. Also, we get our first of many musical numbers. I know George Lucas has gone on record to say he hates the holiday special, but I don't think we would have gotten Jedi Rocks in Return of the Jedi without this.
Next, we get yet another Skype call, this time with Princess Leia and C-3PO. And C-3PO is incredibly annoying, per usual, continually cutting off Princess Leia to translate what the Wookiees are saying for literally no reason, because she seems to understand them perfectly. I don't even remember why they call Leia. Who really cares? It doesn't matter at all. The random traitor dude at some point around this part of the movie says something about some Wookiee ookies, and I just really want to know what those are. Han Solo is also in love with Chewbacca. That's canon, I'm pretty sure. A big majority of the rest of the plotline with Chewbacca's family is that some HOA members of the Empire come and ransack their home for literally no reason. The random traitor guy who's still at the Wookiee's house for some reason ends up setting up some sort of laptop and distracting one of the officers with a Jefferson Starship music video of all things. The traitor then ends up leaving shortly after that, and on his way out probably makes some more racist remarks towards the Wookiees or something. I don't know, I wasn't paying attention. And then we cut to the only watchable part of this movie.
The famous animated segment. The animated segment has Chewie and Han in distress, so Luke, 3PO, and R2 have to go save them. Along the way, they meet Boba Fett, and he tricks them into thinking he's on their side, but he's actually secretly evil and working for none other than Darth Vader. And some elements of Boba Fett in the animated segment were later used in The Mandalorian. There's a little fun fact for you. Again, this is the only part of the movie that is even remotely good. There's also a Loch Ness Monster made completely out of bubblegum, and C-3PO has full movement of all of his appendages. Then, we cut back to the freaking Empire in Chewbacca's house, and they destroy Lumpy's room, and then they say, "Go clean up your room, Lumpy." And then they look at Chewbacca's wife and say, "That will keep him busy." Ha 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 ha. Then there's like some weird infomercial with a robot guy who's malfunctioning and then presumably dies of a death sticks overdose.
Alright, then we cut to a cantina scene with one of the golden girls running the cantina, and the Empire has called for everyone on Tatooine to go home or something. I don't know why we're on Tatooine now. So she's trying to kick everyone out of the cantina, and the guys, they're playing Jizz, Star Wars version of jazz for the uneducated. And this guy with a volcano head comes in and he's drinking stuff into his head and assaults and harasses the golden girl lady, and then there's a musical number with everyone in the cantina. Finally, we're at the end of this masterpiece, and Chewie's made it home for Life Day. Han says he doesn't want to stay, and then the Wookiees hold up some fushigi balls or something and all of a sudden leave Middle-earth. Then, for some reason, even though Han didn't want to stay for Life Day, he's here now, and so is Leia, and Luke, and R2, and 3PO, and a bunch of other random Wookiees, and Leia sings a song over the Star Wars film score for some reason, and then it ends, thank goodness.
Overall, I think this movie is actually really bad. We had never seen it before, and now we have. I don't think that's particularly a good thing. We don't have a lot of them, but let's do a glup shitta lightning round. We got Akmena, aka Golden Girl. We got Gormanda, aka Martha Stewart. We got Itchy, of course. That guy's a perv. We got Krellman. He says Krakatoa. We got Lumpy. What a freak. We got Mala. She sucks at cooking. I think that's literally it, dude.
So, if you're looking for a great Star Wars experience and an awesome holiday movie to watch with the family this year, I can give you a million different suggestions, and this will never be on that list. If you have seen this movie, I am very sorry. If you haven't seen this movie, do not watch it. Heck, if you weren't aware of this movie prior to watching this video, I'm sorry that you have now been cursed with knowledge like us. We'll give this movie one Lumpy out of nothing. Thank you so much to Jackson for helping me out with this video today. I'll link his channel in the description if you want to go check his stuff out. He makes a lot of videos just on movies in general and just has a lot of great stuff over there. Go check him out. And happy dang holidays. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see me go over the rest of the Star Wars movies and make some other cool stuff here and there, and leave a like if you feel so inclined. Of course, also I'd love to hear your thoughts on this again down in the comments below, especially if you've seen it before. Let me know what your least favorite part of the holiday special is. And yeah, thanks again for watching. I'll catch you next time. See ya.